Test, test, test. Am I back? Hello?
Was that me or you?
No, that was me. The stream cut out as well, unfortunately. So it should be back now. So, okay, yeah, just had a little bit of a hiccup there. I apologize, guys. Not sure what that was, but everything just kind of went dead for me as far as the internet side. But it was only like 5 seconds, and now it's back. So, are we back? Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, back into the game again. Apologize for that, guys. Hopefully things are good to go now, though. You do see top lane. Arrow coming in, but just kind of scouting it, really. But yeah, the Legion side going to try to make a move right. So, obviously, okay, wait, what happened? What am I missing here? Kongor, did they not kill Kongor? Where did the token go?
They just dropped it on the ground.
No, okay, no, Puppet Master has it. Okay, for some reason I couldn't see it. Okay.
No, he drops it on the ground and then picks it back up.
Oh, okay. That confused me for a little bit. All right, so yeah, I was going to say, though, what do you think of the Legion team pushing into a token like that? They are going to fall back, though, so.
Yeah, going back to the Geometer's Bone on Puppet Master, I just don't think it's enough, really, because there's no real reason why you'd pick up the Geometer's Bone. I said you can dispel the Song of the Sea from Bubbles. Obviously, you can't dispel Devourer's ulti or stun from Valkyrie or anything like that. Yet he still picks it up, and I mean, yeah, okay, you can sort of disjoint the face hug and leech coming out from Parasite. You can even disjoint the hook coming out from Devourer because your hero sort of moves just slightly, but that's very, very hard to do. And one of those plays I not recommend doing in the team fight. He still sort of bank on it. But yeah, he still picks it up, and I'm just really sort of surprised. I mean, if he wants survivability, then sort of Symbol of Rage is to go, and if he wants damage, then Savage Mace is to go. Yet he picks up an item sort of in between both, and I don't think it really accomplishes anything for him as a carry at the moment. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he does go for it, so obviously we will see how it works out. I mean, you talked about earlier the similar rage. I mean, last fight he nearly died, just had enough, but a lot of team support came through with that. So I think that's going to be the ultimate thing here, as it's been throughout this game, really. I mean, the team support's going to need to be clutch, specifically with heroes like Magnus and Torture and, well, everyone else, actually. So double damage rune on a Puppet Master, by the way. So this is actually pretty scary in Mo's Tavern's favor. They have a token of life, double damage. Look at the counter push, though. I mean, they're going to push the secondary tower bottom in the meantime. So well played here by, no, they're falling back. They're not sure. Okay, yeah, they didn't see them necessarily. So, okay, now they're going to go back in and finish off the tower. But this is where the commitment comes in from Mo's Tavern. Going all out onto the tower there and know that they have a good chance right here. But it's a damage. Sheepstick, by the way, just purchased by Devour. Watch for that. It's coming to play here as far as this fight is concerned. Valkyrie Prism going to be used. They do have a Bound Eye onto Torture. Dust even coming out. So yeah, they learned from earlier. They're making sure that's not going to catch them again. We're playing very, very tempting fate right here on either side. So Hellborn team, I mean, they have no reason to leave this, right? The hook! Yeah, that was close. Catches the creep, and into the melee racks we go. Now, there is the top secondary tower still there, but they want the racks, and they're probably going to get the racks at this rate unless something happens quickly here for the Legion team. They do not have vulnerability. Down goes the racks. It's just one of those cases like, we want to go. We want to stop the racks. The hook, it does catch Puppet Master. That's what they need. No, the lockdown not fast enough. The arrow barely dodged in the last second. And they're turning around now. Coming to Puppet Master, though. He drops so quickly. He is going to fall Parasite with a burst. The Rhapsody protect the Melody in the background. Valkyrie's going to stay alive. A longer auto attack. The Eruption goes off, though. Devour, he is starting to drop. Puppet Master comes up with a shrunken head and putting out plenty of damage when it's all said and done. So, as expected, the Token of Life doing work. Magma stun of Devour. Devour will fall when it's all said and done. Bubbles is up. He's the only. Okay, does Rhapsody buy? No, she didn't buy back. She's up, though. No buybacks, though, on a Valkyrie and Devour. They are going to ultimately fall back, though. They got the melee racks already. Oh, that's tough.
I have to admit, I mean, it was a massive hook coming out from Mini Beaver, but at the end, I think on Foresight, that was not the play to make, obviously, because it just started the team fight. I mean, I was about to praise them, how I really did like to see them not going for the team fight. I mean, yeah, they lost the racks, but at the same time, it's only one racks. You were fighting against a token. It's probably best just to dodge the team fight completely. Just give up racks. But in the end, they took it. They're going to try and say defend tier 1, though, it looks like.
Yeah, it's going to fall. I mean, they're kind of poking Infinity Train for deny, but obviously not the case right there. So, yeah, I mean, this Legion team, Adrian's family, they were upwards of almost 10,000 golden experience at a point. But that has completely changed. And, we were talking about, we're at that point of, like, but by all means, this is not an over game. Most Tavern still has plenty of comeback. And as far as late game goes, I mean, if you maybe gave a slight edge to the Legion team, but obviously a lot of factors ultimately come into play when you talk about a conversation like that. Okay, there you go.
Look at that stat, yeah.
That right there shows it. Over 500 goal per minute. He's 13-0, and he has now officially hit over that 500 goal per minute mark. So that's where now, if you're this Legion team, you're like, oh, crap. This just got extra tough here. As far as this game is concerned, 5,000 gold saved up on Electrician, by the way. 3,900 on Magnus. They have a lot of options towards. He goes Shrunken Head on Electrician. I was going to say, you know, maybe even something like a Sheep Stick possibly, but...
Well, they're still missing so many support items. Like, they're missing the Ring of the Teacher or, you know, Abyssal Skull, or even Gnome's Wisdom, as well as the Bulwark, and the Sackstone as well. Like, these team fight items do make a difference. There's a reason why Stay Green, you know, were like 3-time Grand Slam Grand Finals winners. It's because they picked up those sort of support items when they went to team fight. And I think it could make a difference, yet they're not picking them up here. Actually, bottom lane, though, there might be some kind of engagement, perhaps, but no.
Yeah. Valkyrie Prism was used. Do they don't have a bound eye on them anymore? Okay, yeah, Torture does it. She has one back at base, but obviously that's not going to be enough to ultimately make anything happen. So, in the end, they fall back, and no engagement to be had right there. Yeah, I just saw the hiccup on the stream right there. So, again, everything should be good, though, once it comes back up. All right, but anyways, Hellborn team, though, they're going to start chasing back now. The Rev4, if anything, is going to kind of see them now pushing out the lane. Rhapsody's like, yeah, I need to get the hell on out of here because I'm kind of by myself for the time being, so I'm not going to fight that Symbol of Rage on Puppet Master. Yeah, he is very skitty now. So, yeah, the lack of support items for the time being, that's really the one thing you can definitely point out here for most Tavern, kind of critique them a little bit, but...
It's for Legion as well, though, to be fair. I mean, like, they don't have a Ring of the Teacher or a Bulwark, and I think that, but I mean, at the same time, it's kind of one of those things that I think for Hellborn, there's more potential for them to pick it up. Like, I mean, Magnus could pick a Bulwark up, Electrician could pick a Bulwark up, and for Legion, yeah, you could maybe see Devour pick up a Bulwark, but it's other than that, I mean, it's kind of hard to say they should pick up those kind of team support items, but
yeah.
It looks like Hellborn are happy to sort of push into the base without a token. I kind of have to disagree with this choice, but they are going to back off, which I think is the right play to make, because like I said before, whenever you siege a base, your positioning is so compromised, and if the team fight is sort of equal as well as the golden XP, I mean, that could be the difference between you winning and losing the team fight. So. Yeah.
You see the Skeleton King kind of positioned right here, just behind the tree, again, just in case if that jump happens, and Puppet Master has a way to stop the Devour ultimate, as we've been talking about throughout this game. So, and as we saw earlier, in fact. So, but yeah, very patient play, clearly coming out here from Most Tavern. Obviously, you got to be extra very patient because whenever you're going up with the likes, especially like a Devour or even a Valkyrie for that matter, where all of a sudden, before you know it, a 5-second stun happens or somebody gets pulled in and you're going into a fight. So they are going to just fall back altogether, and yeah, they're going to play the very, very safe route. Third Conqueror kill, not only the token, but again, the bananas going to be coming out, so might as well wait for that for the time being. And yeah, Sheep Stick on Magnus, of course, also will be a very, very clutch item to have. For the time being as well. I will say the supports here for the Hellborn team especially, not necessarily getting the biggest farm, neither one of them. We are going to see a tablet here on Torture soon enough. And again, Torture, though, he is one of those impactful secondary supports there, you know, especially once if he gets levels like this. You know, he's not level 16 yet by any means, but even at level 11, he can put out some pretty good AoE damage amongst these team fights, as long as, you know, able to stay alive just long enough. So, Portal Key on Parasite, even more initiation, of course, in that sense. So you got the Hellflower on Bubbles. He's had that now for a little bit. And actually, a tablet of Rhapsody's Own also going to be coming out on their side over here. So I think Conqueror, though, is going to be the name of the game. And right now, it's in favor of the Hellborn team, not only for the typical Hellborn advantage, but you look at the wards here. It's well in their favor. I mean, the wards right now for the Legion team as a whole are just nothing. They don't got anything up right now, really, so...
The Lions gank looks like it's going to happen top, maybe. There's 5 people sort of rotating top. But I think they're sort of counter-wooden with the puzzle box minions at the start, which I think is perfect play. I mean, we used to see this sort of that's why they called it the Lions gank. And it's happening now. If they can get a pick off here, this could be absolutely huge. Yeah.
That's what they're going to go for. You see Electrician, maybe that target choice. Oh, but he uses electric. Oh, the hook just out of range. The arrow, though! No, it's also going to be sidestepped. They missed the big initiations right there, and that could cost them. Magnus comes in for the counter. There's a lockdown from Electrician. Meanwhile, 2 fights going on. Puppet Master, he's going out with Devour. Devour's going to get the lockdown, but no damage follow-up. Glacier's going to fall right there. Devour, he hooks at Magnus. He stops the eruption at the last second, but it probably doesn't matter once again. He's going to fall. Parasite's now in trouble. Parasite goes down, and Bubbles, the sole survivor, just portal keys away and hopes to stay alive in the end, which he probably will, but, you know, missing both the arrow and the hook. And on top of that altogether, you're going on to the tankiest target by far on the Hellborn team. It's just, it didn't work out.
I love the sort of the idea and the innovation of the play, but at the same time, they just couldn't execute, and that's one problem. But I mean, it's one of those things like, okay, yeah, you missed the arrow, you missed the hook, that's fine, just back off it, and you don't have to take a team fight. Instead, they went for the team fight. And when I think they should have just backed off. I mean, I've been praising this team completely about how well they're taking team fights. And in this instance, they just didn't back off, and as a result, they paid for it.
Yeah. So we got the Hellborn team now.
Torture?
Oh, Tower?
Dead.
He's dead. You even see the rip coming out right there from Electrician just before. So, but yeah, that was kind of banking on the whole swap target right there, and it, well, didn't happen. So, well, Zooey, yeah, it happens for the best of them. We see right there, Tower goes down, the rack's going to fall, and yeah, I think the end is near definitely for Adrian's family right here. We got the melee racks. It is definitely going to fall. Rhapsody just kind of saying, hey, focus me, focus me. No, they're not going to do that, as the range racks even goes down first. That's rare, but it happens. Bubbles, in the meantime, he will initiate, but there's the quick stricken heads. And the Assassin Shroud to follow, and, well, I think, again, they should be fine. I mean, unless Valkyrie's somehow able to land an arrow right here. No, easy sidestep for Electrician. And Puppet Master already poured out. They're still going, man. I mean, they are going to get close enough, and Electrician is low on mana. So he probably is going to fall right here. Maybe get himself denied. That would be pretty clutch. Never mind. Oh, my God. The ultimate somehow saving the day for the cleansing shock, but not enough in the end. Okay. He tried. But it's one of those very, very small victories that really isn't going to add up to anything. Probably not. Torture, yeah, he's getting a little ballsy there, but he's going to fall back. So, yeah, I think most Tavern, though, and in fact, they're doing the third Conger while we're kind of just watching the Legion team.
They don't need the Conger, they should back off. Like, they've got buybacks, they're in their own base. Just, if you've actually won this game, as long as you don't give up these racks, don't do Conger, you don't need the advantage.
Well, they are going to start falling back, as you say. And actually, the Sheeps are going to back here. There's a hook from Devo, though. Going to stop that. Torch in the meantime. He's going to be jumped on Devour. Going to pulse the wall. There's a Sheeps. Going to Puppet Master. Puppet Master actually going to get person down right here. He does have the buyback, as you mentioned, though. He will fall when it's all said and done. But the buyback immediately, I'm sure. There we go. Protect the Melody in the back on a huge one at that. Nearly a full duration. But will it matter when it's all said and done? Probably not. Here comes Puppet Master. And he's actually just sitting in his Assassin Shroud. He doesn't even need to open, apparently. Or, excuse me, Genjiro, as it is now. So, yeah, they do push them back when it's all said and done. And 51 minutes in, again, even despite being down in hero kills still, most Tavern very likely going to be coming out on top here. That, if anything, might have been the last chance, really, for the Legion team, because now a third Kongor is going to happen. So now you also have the token and bananas, and I'm sure we'll just probably see them regen and go outright cutthroat. Just why not?
Yeah, I mean, Legion do have a lot of buybacks, though. I mean, they have one on the only one they don't have actually is Parasite. So I mean, we might still see a tower defense or a base defense. Actually, if they can pick up for someone here as well, it's going to be massive. But
they give bananas to Magnus, token to Puppet Master. You know, I would maybe put a little bit more thought into that. You know, maybe bananas on Electrician, you could argue, even Torturer, but in the end, it's with the lead that they have, it doesn't really matter who has that. You know, it's one of those really picky things, I guess. But so, as you said, though, I mean, maybe there is a chance here for Adrian's family to put up a defense of their base, and of course, that being specifically the bottom side here, well, would ultimately prevent the Mega Creeps from spawning. Parasite has used both of his buybacks. That's, of course, worth noting. And so has Puppet Master, for that matter, yeah. So, hey, you get him killed twice. That's all you need to do. And then you counter push. Easy. This game's still left here for the Legion team. No, probably not. But they're going to give it their best shot, though. Most Tavern, bottom lane, they're grouping up already. You know, again, why waste time when you have what it takes right now? And that's exactly what they're going for. Yeah, Electrician does get the bananas, by the way, so again, one of those very, not a big deal, but just kind of passing it around as you can with those. and has that here for his team now. So I'm gonna wait for another creep wave here before going out right. If anything, also waiting for the middle and the top to push in, because that will force the Legion side to kind of have to defend those in a sense, and then that's where you catch them off guard. So again, game number 1 here, so no matter what happens, we will at least have a game 2. Possibly even a 3rd game, and if things play out that way. And hell, the way this game won, especially a win, that would not surprise me. Both these teams clearly a good matchup against one another. And that's to be expected here at the losers bracket round of 4. So here we go. Into the base, Puppet Master, and oh, that's an illusion hook. So Devour trying to give it a go, but obviously hits the wrong target completely. And now the tower is going to start falling. So hook is going to be up in 5 seconds, and that's probably, so they're probably just going to give it one more go here and hope for the best. I mean, maybe here is he going to go in. Valkyrie just sends in the illusions now. Gonna get the angle? Nope, gets a creep. You gotta applaud the effort from Minimag. And actually, Puppet Master will get caught out right here. Parasite does follow up with the face hug. Magnus with the counter eruption. And let the cluster begin right here. And Puppet Master is kind of dropping a little bit, but never mind. Similar range just popped. And he just starts putting out the damage. Devour in the front lines. He's gonna be locked up with the Chief Stick. He is so tanky, but clearly not tanky enough. So I believe it should be official now. And GG well played. It's coming out in any second. So Mo's Tavern gonna take game number 1.
Going to Electrician.
Yeah, but that's just for flashpoints here. Let's just have fun with it. Let's maybe get a hero kill padded to the stat. Oh, maybe. Nope, never mind. Bananas come out. And he says, screw you guys. We're going to go for the counter kill. So, that's, dang, I mean, his hook accuracy is pretty on the ball here. What was Quincy's last stat right there, though? Hellborn are looking to end this. Just have... Wait, what did it say? A 98.65 and 1 if you have a 550 GPM hero or higher. You're 65 and 1. How did a team lose with a hero with 650 gold per minute? That's the more important question. That's ridiculous. What game? Well, I would be curious to hear what game. Was it like a Salomon game where it doesn't really matter?
That they like accidentally conceded or something like that.
Anyways, Mo's Tavern takes game number 1. That's the gist of it. So after though, what was definitely an entertaining game. Final thoughts though on that game there, Mini Maggot?
Yeah, I think it was a great series. I mean, it's back and forth, but in the end, I mean, I think it goes down to sort of the Puppet Master having just a little bit more fun than the Valkyrie, and it goes all the way back to the laning phase where they expected the Legion expected the lanes to go one way. In the end, they went the other.